Why don't you look at the people who have a lot less than you, and instead of feeling envy for those who are better, why don't you feel grateful for what you have?
So we downward compare instead of upward compare.
Yes.
That will trigger the gratitude. Because I think for a lot of us, especially in the social media age, we're just comparing our, and I say this a lot to the audience, that we're comparing our blooper reel to their highlight reel. We're comparing us sitting on the toilet feeling sick, on a hangover Sunday with someone's Instagram feed where they're in Bali surfing and the
Right.
picture's been airbrushed and color corrected, and we
Right.
go, my
Well,
life
well,
sucks.
that's the other thing I try to say. That's another tip in there in that chapter. People are not nearly as happy and successful as you think they are. They only present those happy moments on Bali on their Facebook feed. They're not showing the angry little bitter fight that they had with their girlfriend 2 hours before, in which she left, saying, "Wait, you asshole, I'm leaving you," kind of thing. They're doctoring their image that they present to show the best parts of their life. I talk in the book about how, we always envy really wealthy people. And who was the wealthiest person in the world in the 1960s? Was Aristotle Onassis. And I read about him in this Jacqueline Kennedy biography. He was the most miserable man on the planet. He was so fucking insecure. He was just a nightmare to deal with. So if his billions couldn't buy him just an ounce of happiness, then these people that you envy aren't really worth envying, right? They're not really as happy as you think they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people. Usually I'll get a couple of whiskeys in them or something, and I'll say, what are you struggling with right now? And they usually hesitate to answer. But if you get somebody on a good day and you get an honest answer out of them, it snaps you right out of your envy box a lot.
Right,
And it could be something as simple as, I'm really worried about my mother's health. And you go,
right.
oh, geez, well, I'm not. So that's good that I don't have to worry about that. Or just something like, yeah, my business isn't doing that well. And I'm thinking, I'm on your yacht right now. What are you talking about? And, it's just, but there's people will worry about all of these things. You have no idea, because they're not going, here's all this stuff that's going wrong in my life.
Right,
You're sitting on their boat. They don't want to bore you with it.
right,
They don't want to bring that out.
right.
And I think that's been important for me personally to realize, especially as we rebuild the business from zero this year, that I'm going, oh, the progress is so slow. It's quick, but it's slow. And there's other people that have been doing business for 8 years instead of 8 months that are thinking, I wish I could be at the level where you are
That's
right
right.
now.
That's
And
right.
that's important. The downward comparison is important, because we think, why would I downward compare? I'm trying to get there, not there. Why am I looking backwards, not forwards? But you have to do that to stay grounded.
Well, it's a balance. It's a game, because you can downward compare and get complacent, like, well, I'm actually doing fine. You want to be challenged. You want to see people who are doing better and to emulate and to get up to their level. But you don't want that to crush you and to be the only thing that motivates you, because that can be kind of ugly and soulless. You need to get satisfaction from the work itself. But emulating people who have more can be a positive thing, as long as it leads to action, as long as it leads to pouring your energy into your work and not into bringing other people down, right?
Right.